Chapter 44, The Hollow Remembers. The wind spoke in a voice older than words. Decima walked alone beneath the twisted canopy, deeper into the hollow than she'd ever gone. The usual paths had long since faded behind her, swallowed by moss and root. Here the trees grew close together, not hostile but watchful. She didn't know what had brought her out this far. Her boots barely touched the ground. Every step felt guided, not by her own will, but by something that had been waiting for her to remember the way. The shard in her chest was warm, not hot, not painful, just present, like a second heartbeat keeping time with the forest. Above her, branches creaked in the stillness. Below her, roots curled like fingers beneath the surface. She paused at a circle of ancient oaks, thick-trunked, knotted with age. They leaned inward like an old council, their branches braided above like a crown. In the center of the ring, a stone slab nearly swallowed by earth. It wasn't marked, not yet, but she knew it was meant for her. Bran emerged from the trees like the forest had simply decided to reveal him. He didn't ask how she found the place. He didn't look surprised. "I thought it might be today," he said quietly. Decima turned to him. "What is this place?" Bran stepped carefully into the circle, eyes fixed on the moss-covered slab. "This was once the center of the hollow," he said. Before the roots spread, before the council built walls around things they didn't understand. He crouched beside the stone and brushed away a layer of damp leaves. Beneath, faint lines appeared, ancient carvings half erased by time. "They called it the memory altar," Bran murmured. "When the hollow bonded with a witch, it left a mark here. Not a name, a truth." Decima stepped closer. "What kind of truth?" "The kind you're not supposed to survive." His gaze flicked up to meet hers. "No one's touched it in generations. It hasn't responded to anyone in over 100 years." He stood slowly. "Until now." The stone pulsed beneath her feet. Just once, like a breath drawn in. The stone felt warm under her hand. Not burning, not yet, but alive. Like skin with a pulse beneath it. Like something just beneath the surface had opened its eyes. Decima didn't breathe. The warmth spread through her palm, her wrist, then up her arm like molten thread, pulling her down into the memory hidden in the stone. The forest vanished. She stood in fire, not surrounded by it, made of it. Her body flickered, blurred at the edges, like smoke caught in sunlight. Before her, a woman ran barefoot through burning trees, carrying a child wrapped in cloth. The woman's hair was tangled, her skin streaked with ash, her arms glowing faintly with the same power Decima felt in herself now. Witches chased her, robed in black, symbols carved into their foreheads. Council hunters. They shouted spells, but the woman didn't stop. She only ran faster, pressing the child tighter to her chest. She stumbled once. Just once. But it was enough. She turned and met Decima's eyes across the fire. Not surprised, not afraid. And she said, "Protect what they fear. Burn what they forget." The world returned in pieces. The fire faded from her skin. The echo of that woman's voice still rang in her ears. Decima staggered back from the altar, chest heaving, breath sharp. Her hand throbbed, not with pain but pressure, like something had passed through it. Behind her, a breeze stirred the trees. Then she saw it. Across the bark of the largest tree in the circle, fresh lines had appeared, not carved but grown. The roots had pushed outward, thin as veins, curling into words that hadn't been there before. "You came back." Her throat closed. The message wasn't a greeting. It was a memory. "Decima." She turned. Daniel stood just beyond the circle, arms folded, watching her. His eyes were dark, not angry, not afraid, just steady. He'd been there long enough to know not to step into the circle. "How long have you been standing there?" she asked, her voice rough. "Since the wind changed." He stepped forward slowly, careful not to disturb anything. When he reached her, he didn't ask questions. He just offered his hand. She took it. The hollow didn't flare, didn't reject him, but it didn't see him either. It only saw her. They walked back through the trees in silence. The hollow behind them whispered. And something below it remembered.